Hey guys, it's Will and Stephanie. We're going to have a story time today and kind of had it titled, We Don't Want Our Kids to Be This Clumsy. So we're going to be talking about kind of what's kind of sent us to the hospital, being clumsy. So kind of what I was going to do is I've got two stories and Stephanie's got one, so I'm going to do my first one. And it's actually what we're kind of going to do today is I got to check up for my ankle. I know we've talked about it here on the channel, but I broke my ankle back in August of 23 and playing paintball, and basically it was just like a little slope, maybe 2 foot, maybe. I kind of running from fire. And
running from fire?
Gunfire?
Oh.
Bullet fire? Anyways, I was going down and I slipped with my left. And when I went to plant my right, it was kind of in a little dip where water went through, running down. Because it was in a bowl, kind of out in the woods. And I just rolled it and broke my ankle. So that was not fun at all. But we are going to go for a checkup. Right now, I'm pretty much just having to wear a brace on it when I am working out and working. But yeah, it was really nice. It how it broke, I don't know what I was doing there. It kind of broke up, not like flat, you know?
Sorry.
So if I didn't have surgery, it was not gonna be able to be, like, I wouldn't be able to like walk or whatever. Like, it wasn't gonna heal on its own. But with a rod in there, screws in it, it works. So Stephanie, what is your mishap?
So I was like living life because I was like, I've never broken a bone before.
Living life, like Larry.
I feel like maybe I've broken a finger or something. But I was like, I've never broken a bone before. Mm-hmm. When I was little, I hurt my nose like by playing basketball. I was like gushing out blood. But that is not where the nose ended.
Right.
So I was boogie boarding at the beach and... Mm-hmm. Boogie boarders would know.
Yeah, I'm not one. I grew up in Alabama.
Maybe surfers would know too, but they're like cooler than I am. But sometimes if you are not catching a wave like early enough, like you don't catch it. You just don't catch it. But sometimes if you catch it too soon, you're like on the tip of the wave. And I caught it too soon, which usually never happened. Like I usually would just catch it too late and not catch it. But I caught it too soon and I was riding, like I was going so fast. But I was on the tip of it where once it like started going in, I flipped over. And what happened is my nose like slammed into the ground of the sand. And that sand was not like soft. It felt like cement. Like it literally felt like cement. And so I get out of the water.
Yeah.
And my whole top situation had fallen off. Like literally, like only one side, but that's besides the point.
Right.
In front of a family. And I feel so bad. And the worst part about it is I was in like so much pain where I didn't know if I was supposed to cry because like sometimes crying makes it worse. And I didn't even like realize until I like felt down and felt it. And the worst part is the family's like looking at me in like horror. But I just chalantly just like go like flip it up like nothing ever happened because I'm like in so much pain. And so I go to my sister and I don't start feeling it until like I start going back. And that's when I was like, I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, no, because her mom was out of town. And she was like, no. My dad, when we went home, my dad even laughed at it too. But it's just like my dad and my sister, you know. It's their personalities. It's fine. And so yeah, I could definitely tell there was like a scratch that they thought like may turn into a scar, but it went away. And then my nose was super swollen for like a long time. And then I had to get nose surgery kind of for that reason. But yeah, it was really bad because I flashed a family and I hurt my nose in the same day, like right. So painful. And the family, like as they're walking out of the beach, they like look at me and they're like, so how's your nose? And they're like laughing.
Right.
But like,
yeah,
that's so embarrassing.
Well, so I'm glad that you know best that story because I always forget half the stuff. Anyways, so this one is kind of being clumsy and kind of being a stupid guy. So it was Christmas time. I was in college first year, and we were setting up the Christmas tree at church. Big old tree, big old box. I decided it's a perfect idea to run down the aisle in between the pews and try to jump over it. And I would have, but I hit the edge of it, just bare, that's the very top of it, and it slid it off. So there's no way I was going to jump over it, and I go to land. I land in between one of the sides, and it was a below the belt injury. And I go to the bathroom, and I felt weird, and I sat down. Or I went to the bathroom, came back, sat down. I was like, oh, I'm hurting very bad. So I go to the bathroom again, and I'm like, oh, it has swollen. So to be in the most PG-13 way, one of the sides of a man had swollen about 4 or 5 times the size, and so I went, got it checked out. Luckily, I didn't rupture it, but the wall. So no surgery or anything, but I had to waddle into class for my last class at community college for that semester. It was like right before Christmas, and the teacher's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Not really. I'm just here because I have a test." And that took a good 3 months to kind of recover from.
I feel like looking back, I would have tried to get an extension on that, because
yeah,
that was but I mean,
right. I would have just been like, my teacher was like, or my doctor was like, "Hey, do you have to take it?" And I'm like, "I'm in college. I guess I do." And I should have been like, "I don't want to. Yeah. If you can do whatever, give me a note, and if I have to go in, I'll go in. But if they let me not take it or whatever,
They might have still obviously made you take it, but I have a close family friend who's a professor, mm-hmm. and I feel like she would have at least given you an extension.
Yeah,
where you weren't in that much pain.
Well, and I would have still been in pain, even if it was in a week or 2. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it would have been an extension to get to the better part.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
That really sucked, because I did that, and then about February I was kind of better and it was all good and everything, and then March,
yeah,
the whole world crashed down. So that was kind of weird.
Funny though, because when we first met, I was he told me this story, and I was so whether they had to remove it. He was like, yes.
Oh, I said yes.
Yes, but it's obviously not. And also I told him my story too, mm-hmm. but also it's so weird how it's a vague memory. So I'm did I really flash someone, or am I just thinking I did? Did my nose really hurt that bad? Obviously I had the proof that my nose was I was did I flash somebody? But I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know. There was something going on. I don't know.
Right. So that was kind of our little story time. Just kind of fun. Just talking about us being clumsy and kind of how that happened. So listen, go in the comments and let us know what you've done, or if you're just this perfect person who doesn't need bubble wrap and you've never gotten hurt. Let us know. Hope that is how it stays for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, hit the subscribe button, stay with us, just watch another video, and we're gonna see you next time. Bye.